This is the power of having an online business because it's global. It is global. I mean, did you ever think in a million years that we would be able to run online businesses from the comfort of our own homes? Let me know in the comments there. If you have not yet, if you don't have an online business, okay, did you ever thought that you could have this? Even the ones who have it, did you ever think a couple of years ago? Probably not. It was all new, but it's not so new anymore, right? So let me know in the comments there. Put a one if this is your very first time on a webinar with me. If you're seeing me for the very first time, you're like, well, on a webinar like this, put a one in the comments. Let me see all the newbies on here. First time. Awesome. Monica, Carmen, awesome, awesome. Anna Marie, Miranda, Tabiso. Oh, you never saw me, Tabiso. Awesome. Welcome everybody. And put a two in there if you've been on my webinars before, but you haven't started your online business. You're like, I'm still checking this out, Lizelle. I still want to see, can I do this? Is it really this complicated? I'm going to show you tonight. It's really not complicated at all. You're going to have an absolute blast. So, before we get started, okay, I want your commitment. You are going to focus, okay? It's only going to be an hour of your time that can most probably change the rest of your year. Who would want to change the rest of the year? Put me in the comments if that's you. Okay? Do you want to change the rest of your year? Do you want to be in a different place in December? This can do that. Information you can get everywhere. But it's when you implement that stuff happens. Okay? So this what I'm going to share tonight is really going to open up your mind a lot. I'm going to answer a lot of questions that you probably have already. And give me until the end. I will open up for questions if you have any. Okay, so let's get going. I am going to share because I've got a lot to share because I know a lot of people say to me, Lizelle, I understand that you can make money online, but I have no idea how I can get customers. And maybe you have your own business, or maybe you already have an online business, and you're like, Lizelle, I already have an online business, or I want to, but it's difficult because I don't know and I don't want to go and recruit. I don't want to go look for customers. I want to know how do you get it. Is that you? Put a yes in the comments if that's you. You want to know how do I get customers? Okay. I'm going to show you. It's awesome. But first, before I show you, we're going to have some fun. Okay. So I want you to imagine that I come to you, okay, and I just started my online business, and I come to you and I say, I have been posting. I started my online business. I've been posting consistently for 30 days, but I haven't made a sale yet. Okay. Tell me in the comments what's wrong. What can be wrong? Tell me in the chat there. What could be wrong? I come to you, I say, I've had my online business, I've been posting consistently and I haven't made a sale. What's wrong? No clear call to action, wrong approach, messaging, linking, content is not landing, content, messaging, not visible enough, pricing, content. Okay, can you see that there are so many different messages in the chat right now? And this is one of the things that are very difficult for new people that start online to actually find. It's difficult for them because they don't really know where to look when people aren't buying. So I'm going to simplify this for you tonight, okay? I'm going to show you what needs to happen for money to come into the business. Now, when people say to me, Lizelle, I would like to make $5,000 or $10,000 online. I'm saying dollars, guys, because it's global. You saw in the chat, eh? We are from all over countries. It's global, so we work in dollar. If you want to be really successful in the online space, you want to do dollars. Okay. So when someone says to me, Lizelle, I want to make $10,000, I don't think about followers. I don't think about, let me check your social media account and see what you can, what you can make. What do I check? I check what is it that you are selling, right? I check who it's for, who needs it. How many customers do you need to make that goal? How many customers do you need to make that money, right? So an online business works simple. Like with any business, if you have your own physical business, for any person to make money online or even in a traditional business, you need people that are willing to pay for an offer, and then you make sales, right? And most people start with the product. They are like, what product can I sell? where instead they should ask, what solution do I have? What problem can I solve? Okay? Because people will pay to get their problem solved. Let me know in the comments there. What is the main problem for you right now? What do you want to change in the next 6 months? Let me know in the comments there quickly. What is your main problem? What do you want to change in the next 6 months? Okay. Carolee says my income, money, debt, my time management, confidence, reaching target, more members going to pay, debt, my income, financial support, debt. Okay. So you've got a problem. Okay. And I'm sure you went online or are currently online looking for a solution for your problem. People are willing to pay for solutions. And if you have a product or a service or something to sell and it solves someone else's problem, people are willing to pay for it, and this is how you make sales. At the end of the day, it's very simple. If you don't have customers, you don't have revenue. Okay? With any traditional business. This is why people can have amazing products, they can have amazing services, they can have the most amazing business, but if they don't have customers, they don't make sales. It's simple, right? So let's do the math. Let's check it. So if you have $100,000 product, okay, and you have one sale, you can make $1,000. Okay. If you have 10 cells, you can make $10,000. If you have 100 cells, you can make $100,000. Can you see? It's math. It's pure math. Like whatever you are selling, you just times it. This is why I said when someone says to me, okay, Lizelle, I want to make $10,000, I don't look at the follower count. I look at, okay, how many customers do you need? That's what I look at. Okay. The beauty of this is that you don't need everyone. You're not on social media or you're not advertising because you want to sell to everyone on Instagram. You want to sell to the right people that needs what you have, right? Like if I want a maths teacher for my child because my child does homeschooling and I'm looking for a maths teacher to help her, where am I just going to look everywhere? No, I'm going to look for someone that specializes in teaching kids maths because she can solve my problem. And she's going to market to me. She's not going to try and sell everyone. She's going to sell to people that need the solution that she has, right? So many of you said you don't know me. So I'm Lizelle, okay, a normal, regular person, just like you. I started in the online space and I started from scratch. I still way back then, it's December, it will be 3 years. I started with a TikTok account that I didn't even know how TikTok worked. I started learning online business skills and I thought, well, let me see how this goes. Okay. And I started from scratch. I didn't have a following. I started with a brand new social media account and I built my business from home. And I've generated over 10 million Rand. That is in South African Rands, about $630,000 in sales. And all I do now is I make online business simple for others. And if you are at all skeptical, because I know that there's a lot of scammers online, I know that a lot of people, because of a lack of knowledge, they think this is all airy fairy and too good to be true. There's my income screenshot. It's my bank account. Okay, you'll see it's much more than 10 million because I've got investment accounts as well. Okay, but the reason I'm showing this for you is not to brag. Okay, I'm showing this for you. Oh, sorry. I'm showing this for you because none of this money appeared because I was posting on Instagram. Every single rand that you see came here from someone that made a purchase. And every one of those customers had to go through some version of the journey that I'm going to teach you tonight. All right. So where does the money come from? It starts with a stranger. A stranger looks for a solution, right? And that stranger goes through a process to become a customer. And then there comes a sale. It's very straightforward. It's not rocket science. Okay. A lot of people make online business and any business extremely complicated, and it's not. The issue is what has to happen for a complete stranger to become someone that is willing to pay you. Let's look at that. 5 things need to happen. They need to find you, right? You can have the most amazing product or service, but if people don't know that you are visible and that you have the solution and they can't find you, they're not going to know. A lot of people come to me with their own businesses or they started their online business and they, Lizelle, I'm not making sales. then I always check and see, are you visible? Are you speaking to the right person? The second thing is they need to feel that this is for me. Are you relatable? Are you speaking to the customer that needs your solution, or are you trying to sell to everyone? Because if you're trying to sell to everyone just because you want to make a sell, you end up selling to no one because you don't stand out, because you're not very clear in your messaging. The third thing is they need to trust you. People won't buy if they don't trust you. And they trust you if you are consistent online, if you add a lot of value. And the fourth thing is they need to want the outcome. It does, if there's a maths teacher, if I'm a maths teacher, okay, and I'm trying to sell you a maths class, but you don't want it, okay, then obviously the sell won't happen because you don't need it. You don't want to become good at maths, right? The person that you are promoting to and speaking to, they need to want what you have. They need to want the outcome of your product. And by the way, people don't buy products. They buy what the product can give them. Okay, I'm going to show you now. And they need a reason to buy from you, and they need a simple way to buy from you. Okay? So reason number one is they can't buy from you if they can't find you. Okay? So how can a customer find you? I love using social media because it's free. Okay. You can do some paid advertising on social media as well, but social media, every single person is on social media. Like we are over 5.8 billion people on social media. Let me know in the comments there. Did you see, on which platform did you see someone talk about this webinar or this that I'm teaching you tonight? Where did you see? Where did you first meet the person that invited you here? Was it Facebook? Was it Instagram? Okay, I see Facebook, Instagram, email, Facebook, school, Instagram, okay? But they were online, okay? So there's social media. This is how they can find you. There's Google. They search how to make money online, how to start a side hustle, how to work smarter, not harder, right? They can find you on YouTube. They can find you through advertising channels. They can find you by referring people, email, collaborations, PR. Okay, there are many ways that people can find you. The simple concept looks like this. So let's say you sell, you help people, you help moms that are exhausted and they don't have time. You help them with easy, healthy meals. Okay. So you create content, you'll see it on the left here. So you create content and you make a video on social media and you talk about 5 dinners you can make in under 20 minutes. Okay. So now this mom is sitting here and she's so exhausted because she works extremely hard. She doesn't have time to figure out dinner every night. And she's like, oh my word, I have to make food again. And she scrolls and she sees your post. That's visibility. If you were not online, she would not have seen you. She didn't know you existed 5 seconds ago, but now she does because people discover your content. They discover you through social media. Okay. So now she knows you exist. And now you've made that very first connection. Now she goes to your profile, she follows you, and she starts looking at your content. Okay. So keep this in mind. We're going to get back to this. More views doesn't necessarily equal more money. It's the right views that can bring you the results. A lot of people have amazing followers. They have like 200,000 followers and they get a lot of views, but they make zero money because the followers that they have on their account is not the person that they can sell to, because the person that's following them are following them just for the fun of it. Maybe they make them laugh, but it's not that they necessarily need their product. Okay. Reason number two is they might not think it's for them. Okay. Relatability is key. You can't just say, like for us in the online space, we can't just say start an online business. Okay. We would rather say what they are thinking. Like, I would love to start something online, but I just don't want my whole life to become social media. That was something that bothered me way back then. And this is why when I talk about this, I know I'm talking to a previous version of me, and that's who my customer is now. Because I know that's what I used to think. So I'm relatable. They feel like I know what they're talking about, right? So instead of asking what should I post, you should start asking, what is my customer already thinking? Because people want to feel understood. They don't buy because they understand what you sell. They buy because they feel that you understand them and therefore you can help them with the solution. Is this making sense? Just put a yes for me in the comments. Is this making sense for you? Okay. So let's get back to the woman. Okay. So this is the journey that you take the customer on. So first, she finds you. She finds your video that says 5 dinners you can make in under 20 minutes. Okay. So now barely no one buys your product from the very first time that they see you. Okay, think about it. Did you buy from someone the very first time you saw them? Probably not. So she sees your 5 dinners you can make in under 20 minutes. But then she sees another post that you did. Okay? And she sees you speak to her exact problem. Like a problem, yes. If you're spending $2,000 a week buying takeaways because you never know what to cook, she's like, oh my goodness, this person understands me. So what happens now you start building trust because now she starts engaging. She watches 3 more videos and she finally downloads. Maybe you have like a free checklist and she finally downloads it and now you have it in your email list. Okay. And what happens now she's starting to get that desire of, I want this. She sees what's included because now she's in your email list and she is already imagining how much easier her life is going to be if she gets your product that gives her 30 easy weeknight meals and shopping lists. She's already thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to save so much time. Okay. So what happens is in the email list, remember, this doesn't happen all in one day. Then when she comes to your offer page, you make it easy for her, okay? Because your offer is clear. There's a clear price and clearly says what she's going to get, okay? So she knows exactly what she's getting and she knows exactly how much it's going to be. And what happens is because now she's built rapport with you, she's relating with you, she's built trust with you, she's got the desire for the outcome. And when she finally clicks on the offer, she buys and you help her, she gets results. You make money and she gets her results, and both are happy. Can you see? Very simple. Okay. Reason number 3 is what I just touched on, and it's they don't trust you yet. A lot of people will post on social media, or just because they have an amazing product, they think the product will sell itself. People need to trust you. They need to trust that you have the solution for them and that they will get the support that they need, right? And trust is built in very small interactions. You can teach them something, you can help them, you can show maybe a piece of content what the book looks like and how you help them. Maybe you can explain it and you just need to be consistent. Show proof of other people using your product and it's working and start having conversations in the DMs. That's how you build trust because it's all about relationship, right? So I know people say like, but can I actually do this, Lizelle? Okay, so here's Sharon. She's in our community. She just posted this, I think yesterday. She's a homeschool mom. And you're going to hear a little bit about it because I loved when people actually tell you because I want to open up your mind of what is possible if you just give yourself a chance and start this online business because it can open so many doors for you. She says she's made over 70,000 Rand, that's now in Rand, in 3 months. She said 3 months ago I had a choice. I could stay comfortable and keep wondering what if, or I could invest in myself, learn a new skill, and actually go for it. And so I did. I learned, I implemented, I made mistakes, and I kept going. And in the past 3 months, I've generated almost 70,000 Rand in online sales. She's learned the process and she started wondering, can she do this? Here's Mika. It's weird that it's both 70,000 Rand, right? But her poor little guy had to go in for an operation. And she says here, even while I was completely focused elsewhere, my business generated almost 70,000 Rand, which is over $4,100 over those 45 days. For 45 days, she barely worked on her online business, but this is why she started, so that she can have something working for her online while she takes care of her family. Isn't that amazing? This is the power that you have with an online business because if you have a system working online for you, you can still generate income consistently even though you can't work the business all the time. Like she stepped away for 45 days from her business because her family needed her and she didn't have to compensate any financials, right? She could still make money. So a small business A small audience can still be a business. If you have an offer of $1,000, you only need five customers to make $5,000. You only need 10 customers to make 10,000, and you only need 25 customers to make $25,000. Can you see? It's not about having the amount of followers or the views. It's about having the customers. You just reverse engineer. If you want to make $5,000 and you have $1,000 offer, you know, okay, I need five customers. Okay. Reason number four is they don't want the outcome enough. If they are not buying, they don't want the outcome enough. People don't buy products, they buy what they believe the product will do for them. Okay. A lot of people might not, for instance, in this case, might not start an online business because they just don't want to change their life that much. I'll share with you, I had a client, what happened was she was working a contract work and she was getting good money. But then she said to me, Lizelle, this contract's not going to last long because if I don't work, I don't get paid. So this is not a permanent job. So I need to start looking at something, right? So I chatted with her and she was like, I could sense and later on established that she didn't want the outcome enough because she was comfortable already. But what happened a couple of months after was she said, Lizelle, now I couldn't get another contract. I couldn't get the current one renewed. She was so many thousands in debt, and she didn't have a choice but to start. And then she started her online business. And I always say, start if you want an outcome, if you want to make more money, start now. Don't put yourself under so much pressure that it goes worse and worse and worse, and then you have no choice but to start. And that's with anything in life. With anything. If you want to lose weight, rather start now. Don't come to a point where the doctor tells you you have to lose weight, otherwise you can die or something like that, right? But most of the reasons, if people don't buy it, they just don't want the outcome enough. Okay? So what are people buying? If they don't really buy the product, what are they buying? If you sell, for instance, Canva templates, they are not buying because they are passionate about Canva templates. They are buying because they want to save time or they want their business to look professional. If you have a fitness program that you are selling, they're not buying the exercises. They are buying because the outcome, they want to feel stronger, they want to look better, right? If you have a marketing course, why would they buy that? Because the outcome is they want customers. Business coaching, they want to grow their business. Digital product, they want to solve a specific problem. So you can start seeing it's not that the product is the thing that they buy, it is the outcome that they are buying. So if you do have a current online business or you do have a physical business, okay, then ask yourself if you are not getting customers, are you communicating the outcome? Or are you communicating the features of the product? Okay? Because that's very important. Someone buying a laptop, they don't care about, you know, all the fancy words in tech. They just want to know, is this laptop going to be fast because I need it for work? I just want to know if this is what it's going to do for me. Okay? Reason number five is you might not have made it easy for them to buy. If people don't buy, ask yourself, did you make it easy? Did you give them a link where they can go to? Is the offer clear enough that they know exactly what they are getting, that they know exactly what is the outcome that they are getting? Okay. Where selling fits is you don't tell a stranger, buy now, buy now, buy now, buy now. Okay. You take them on a journey, like I showed you previously. They find you, you're visible. Now, that can be social media, it can be YouTube, it can be LinkedIn, wherever your perfect customer is hanging out in, and then relating with them, making them feel seen in your content, and then building that trust, that desire, leading them to the offer and leading them to the sale. Okay. So how an online business makes money is like this. Visibility, they find you, the right people pay attention, they believe that you can help them, they want the outcome, you give them a way to buy, they become a customer, you make revenue, and they get the result, a win-win for both. Okay? This is an easy, simple step by step. So if you have a business already and the money is leaking and you're like, Lizelle, I'm not making enough money, I'm not getting enough customers, ask yourself, are you visible enough? Are people seeing you? Are the right people seeing you? The people that need your solution. If people see you, but they don't care, they don't engage or they see you, but that's it. Then ask, are you relatable? Are you sharing, like, for instance, if you are selling a weight loss program, are you sharing your own weight loss journey? Are you sharing the struggles that they are going through? Or are you, are you being relevant? Okay. Interest, if they show interest but they hesitate, it's normally trust. Have you built enough trust? Are you showing up online? Are you adding them value? Or do you just get on social media just to make the sell, just to make the sell? Or are you giving them a lot of free value? They might like you, but they don't want the offer. That means the desire has not been built. They might just not want the outcome that big, that enough, or your offer could not be clear. If they want it but they don't buy, it's a conversion problem. That's where the money is leaking. That means they want it but they're not buying. So you need to find the missing link. Is it the offer? Is it what? Where's the break in the journey? Okay. And if you haven't started your business yet, you do not need to know how to do all of this. That's the good news. You don't need to know the skills that create customers. In other words, that make money for you online, okay? Because every single business needs a customer. The skills that can be learned is marketing, it's content, it's sales, it's consumer psychology, it's office, it's emails, it's funnels. If you have those skills, you'll be extremely successful, okay? But here's what I want you to notice. Everything that I've taught you so far is information that you can actually go Google, you can go YouTube, okay, and you can take this information and you can surely go figure it out yourself. You can. But this is the question I want to ask you. How long have you already been thinking about doing this? Let me know in the comments there. How long have you already been thinking of starting an online business or learning skills how to get more customers? Wow, a year, a long time, months, 2 years. Wow, for a while now, a long time. Oh my word. Look at that. I did not expect such long waiting, to be honest. I didn't even expect that. Wow. Okay, so let me ask you the next question. What has changed during that time? Let me know in the comments. What has changed during that time that you've been thinking about it? Nothing. Nothing has changed. My income stream stopped. Gain new info. Okay. Most of the time, nothing changes if we don't make the change. So I want to encourage you to stop thinking about it and just start so that you can have a physical change going forward, because otherwise it's just not going to happen, right? So I'm going to show you what a beginner actually needs. A beginner needs the education, in other words, to learn the skills. Okay. Now, yes, you can go figure it out on your own. You can certainly do. But if you don't have coaching, you're going to do what the internet tells you to do. And the internet is not always correct because the internet is a machine. There's not a lot of information, and what works for one won't work for the other one. I work with a lot of people, and then they will come to me and say, but I'm doing my content like this person or that person, but I'm not getting sales. It's because you're doing it like the other person. You call to a different market, right? You need coaching to help you apply what you are learning, right? And a beginner needs tools to run the business. If you don't want to be on your phone the entire day and be frustrated and not sure what goes on, you want systems to work in the back end for you and not built from scratch. Okay. And a beginner needs a community, people that do it with them. Because let's face it, let me know in the comments there. Do you have some people in your life right now that will encourage you to build a business? Or do you feel like I'm the only one that want to build something different? Do you have people around you that can influence you and show you better way and encourage you to go to bigger heights, right? If you don't, it's especially necessary to be in a community of like-minded people that are building the same things that you are building, that are also entrepreneurs, that are also building businesses, right? So here's where DMS stands for Digital Magnetic System, and it's the education, the tools, the systems, and the community that help you build a business online. Okay. The big beginner problem is I don't know, I don't have anything to sell, Lizelle. Like, I want to make money online, but I have absolutely nothing to sell. Well, you have options. What you can do is you can either create your own product, you can sell a service, you can do coaching or consulting, you can sell other people's products, which is affiliate products, or you can sell an existing digital product that you have rights to. Okay. But what if you could learn business while already having something to sell? The product gets you started, and the education teaches you how to build. This is why people love building with TMS, because it's an all-in-one. You don't have to go through months and months and months of creating a product first and then only start learning how to make sales. You can start with a product and everything all in one while you are learning how this all works and how to be successful. So you learn, you implement, you sell, you improve, and you grow. That's the process, because we all improve, right? So what you get inside DMS is 12 months of coaching and support. You get business education, done for you funnels and systems, and you get everything. The AI tools, the products, the starting options, the resell affiliate opportunities, you get everything, okay? But I want to show you real people who are doing this. Real people. Like Melissa, look at Sinay and Marissa. I mean, Marissa says just over 17,000 Rand paid into my account. Sinay says just in 7 days, I made over $2,600. And it's not just about the money. I'm showing you this because it's people who didn't know where to start. They didn't have a product, they didn't understand the online space. All they knew was that something needed to change, and they wanted to start building something online. What happens when you follow a structure is results. Like, look at Nina. Nina actually already had a business. She just knew that she needed to learn more skills online, because she could see that, you know, the online space was taken by storm, and she wanted to add an additional income stream in her business. She added, within her very first week, she made $1,500. I'm not saying you're going to make that. I'm showing you what's possible when you follow something that's already working for others, and where you get coaching, where people help you do this. Nicola, she made over $22,000 in one freaking month. Okay. And she started without even showing her face online, because she was so scared. But hear it from her. Yes, what she says.
Thank you, Lizelle. Thank you for the opportunity to share tonight. Hi, guys. My name is Nicola. I'm 24 years old, and I started with digital marketing about 8 months ago. I was very, very shy. Me and my fiance started together, so I didn't do content because my first hurdle in the online space was definitely talking on camera, 110%. I was so scared of the opinions of other people, and I think that a few of you also tonight, that is keeping you from actually taking the step. So what did I do? I asked my fiance to take content, and within 5 weeks, he could quit his job in America. So we took we took a shot and we gave it our all. He started creating content. He came back from America and he did digital marketing full time. I still worked my 9 to 5 because I was so scared to actually show up on camera that I didn't have the guts to actually just do it. So in February, me and Niku, we lost 960,000 Rand. We invested and it was a scam. So we lost all our money. We had to move out of our house and we walked into February with only 5,000 Rand in our bank account. And that was my why. So I knew Lizelle. Lizelle was my lash tech at a stage, and she said she made 1 million Rand in 6 months. And I'm like, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that money back within 6 months. And you will see Lizelle's she tells us to be bold. So I told myself, 6 months, I'm going to do it. And I made my first million within 7 months. The only thing that I struggled with was actually speaking English. So I'm a very, very Afrikaans girl from Nelspruit, and that was something that I struggled with. And I struggled with Instagram, and I struggled with creating content without feeling salesy. And there was a few loopholes that I actually struggled with. And then one day I saw Lizelle in a coffee shop, and she actually told me about DMS. And I bought DMS. And that is, guys, everything changed. My mindset changed. I started incorporating God in my business. I started building relationships with the people in DMAs, inside of DMAs. And the secret sales weapon, oh my goodness, that is going to blow your mind. For me as an Afrikaans person struggling to actually speak English, now I can create content in seconds. So that is mind-blowing. This is the program that I wish I had when I first started. It's never been this easy. If you plug in, you follow Lizelle, you can be successful in the online space. I actually made a post and I said that I'm proud to actually give this to women because I knew, or I know, they will have everything they need to make a decent income in the online space. My first hurdle, scared to show my face. Now I love creating content. I love being creative and trying different things. My second hurdle was actually speaking English. Now I have a secret sales weapon helping me write my content. The coaching inside DMS, you won't find anywhere else. Lizelle is pouring her heart and soul into this program, helping people make a success. I'm 24 years old. I don't have a degree. I actually felt ashamed. I really felt like I'm behind. Like most of my friends have degrees and they have a good job, and I actually just work for 10,000 rand a month. And now at the age of 24, I earn $10,000, $12,000 months using my cell phone and just following the program. So if you are somebody that are ready for change and ready to be part of something phenomenal, this is for you. And I can say that with an honest heart. Thank you, Lizelle.
Right, it's inspirational, hey? I also want to ask Shadi. Her story is absolutely amazing. You guys are going to see what's possible if you just take a leap of faith. Shadi, are you on here? Is she on your team?
Yes, I'm on. Yes, she's there.
Yay! Thank you, Shadi. Share with us, please.
Hi, Lizelle. Hi, everyone. It's nice to be on here again. Well, let me share my story with you. I am 45. I just turned 45 on Monday, and I'm a mom, and I've got an amazing husband, a beautiful little girl. And 8 years ago, my husband, he's a school teacher, he came to me and he said to me that there's a position in a private school and he really wants to apply for that. And then if he gets the job, then he wants us to move to the city. And I was working for my dad. I was the worship leader in my dad's church. And now I'm going to tell you my story is actually totally different than you would ever expect. So I'm actually legally blind. I've got 15% eyesight. I was diagnosed with Stargardt's disease when I was 7. So doctors can't do anything for me, no operations, no contact lenses, nothing. So I can't drive. And I've got no central vision. It's like a cloud is following me everywhere I look. Or better yet, it's like looking through a window and somebody rubbed Vaseline in the center. So everything I look at, I just see this blurry spot. So, okay, back to the story. My husband got the job. He said to me, can we please move to the city? I really, really want to work at this private school. And I said, yes. I quit my job at my dad's church. I didn't have any idea what I would come and do. And I said to my husband, okay, we'll just have to trust God and believe that he will open doors for me. And then COVID hit. So I couldn't find a job. We had one salary that we had to live off of. And I applied at all the churches in the surrounding area, couldn't find a job. Nobody was hiring. So I asked myself, what could I do? And long story short, I started speaking at women's events, motivating people to overcome your excuses and live your best life, doing what God created you to be. And I also had loads of time at home, so I wrote 2 devotional books, but I'm not really well known. So I got speaking arrangements and then they paid me for it. I sold a couple of my books but then the money had to last for months, like literally sometimes for 6 months. And I would have to divide the money, and I would some months have 2,000 Rand. And you can imagine with the cost of living going up every single day, it feels like it. You can't live off of one salary. So I prayed and I begged God, and I didn't know what to do. So I knew somebody, I've met her online through New Skin that I also started trying to sell. And she told me about DMS. And I said to her, but I don't have the money to start. But during December, I felt really in my heart, I said to myself that some things gotta change. I know I'm making a difference in people's lives, but I can't go on like this. I can't live off of 2,000 Rand some of the months. And I was so scared. I had no idea, would I be able to do it? I mean, I've got 15% eyesight. I can't even see my phone now. And I really doubted if I would be able to do it. And Cecilia said to me, God wouldn't have brought this opportunity to you if he didn't believe that you could do it. And I decided to jump in, boots and all. And I said to myself, you are going to show up even if it kills you. So it is a 2 to 3 hour workday. I have to confess, it takes me longer. Like yesterday, I struggled with one post, getting one post out. It took me an hour and 10 minutes because I kept on pressing the wrong button and deleting my whole video. So I've got other obstacles that you probably won't have, but the rest of the fears, I had them. Showing my face, telling people that I struggled financially, trying to stay consistent, trying to figure out what to do online, what to sell, how this works, doing the training, watching the training, not being able to see what button I need to click on. So I had all the fears and more. But I've been in the online space for 7 months now, and I've earned over 230,000 Rand. As a legally blind mom who can't even see my husband or my daughter's eyes, I can't see myself in the mirror. I run to my mom's house in the mornings. Luckily she lives close by. So I would walk to her and ask her, please, mommy, just make up me so I look presentable on my videos. I've got no idea, do I look directly in the camera? Sometimes my videos, the screen is dirty and then I get nasty comments. Then I just reply to people, thank you so much for pointing that out to me. I'm actually legally blind, but I decided I'm going to make this work. And I did. I push through, I show up every single day. I haven't missed a day of posting yet in 7 months. And I'm so proud of myself. And I want to look you in the eye. I can't see your eyes, but I want to look you in the eye and tell you, you've got no idea how this changed my life. I go to the store. Last week, I bought my daughter new school shoes after her shoes broke. I didn't even check my bank account. Monday or Tuesday, my mom took me grocery shopping and she said to me, you know, you used to do math in your head and now I see you just spending. You're spoiling your family with treats that you could never afford. So really, take this opportunity. If I can do it, you can do it.
Oh, thank you, Shorty. Oh my goodness, you are so loved in the comments here. It's so inspirational. Thank you so much for sharing. Rio, wow, that's just amazing. And wow, well done. I'm so proud of you. All right, so by now you probably have a lot of questions. I'm going to get to that now. I just want to share Melissa's one here where she says, what I value most about DMS is the level of support and coaching in the community. I've been in more than one of these communities, and in the DMS community, I haven't seen one question asked that was left unanswered. And then there's a lot of other screenshots of other people, making sales, change. And it's not just about the money. I know it's about the money, but people are feeling more confident. They are feeling purpose driven. They feel like they're building something of their own. Many of them are creating their own products through DMS. You can see this. Belinda made over $1,500 in 7 days with her own product. I mean, how freaking amazing is that? It's so amazing. So why DMS is different is you don't need any payment gateways. It's an affiliate program. So if you don't have a product and you're not planning now to create a product, you can immediately get started and get resale rights and use the affiliate option. You don't need PayPal, you don't need a payment gateway, you get 90% affiliate commission. That means you can make over $1,000 per sale. The content, we do that for you. You don't have to start creating your own content. We do have a content vault that you can get going with. And the reason we created that was a lot of people stall and don't start because they don't know what content to create. You can learn and earn at the same time and build your own brand. So we've been featured on Fox News, CBS News. This is just a couple of them where we've been featured. And then we also are certified on the DMS Pro. If you feel like, oh, it's just now just buying a program to sell a program, well, this shows you it's not. It is an international recognized training course where you can actually get certified on here and internationally certified. It's not a government qualification, but it's internationally certified with a body in with an international body. So it shows you that what you are learning is amazing skills. It took a long time for us to get this because it's so highly viewed. It's amazing. So how do you get started? Okay. Before I tell you how to get started, let's just look at what if you did this on your own. I want to show you the reality and you can go and Google this, okay? If you just buy something to sell it or start with something, you're going to need business coaching because the online space, you can move a lot faster and get results a lot faster if you have business coaching. You're going to need marketing training, how to attract the right customer, how to get people to buy from you, right? How to position yourself it's not manipulating people to buy. It's just getting in front of the customer that needs your solution, okay? Funnels and systems, AI business tool, all of this will cost you far over $10,000 if you had to build this from scratch, okay? So we do have 3 options that you can start off with. So the first option is the Pro. Now, this has all the support in it. So it includes setting up your system. We do all the setup. There's a once-off $75 activation fee. It's a once-off $1,197. And we set everything up for you. We buy an email for you, a domain. We set up your entire system for you. You get the resale rights. You get coaches. You being coached by 5 and 6 figure earners in small pots. You get extra coaching from me. You get multiple income streams. The Pro is for the one who wants to go all in. They don't just want to, maybe you don't even want to resell DMS, but you want to create your own products. The DMS Pro is going to be for you. That's also where the certification is, okay? The next is the starter. A lot of people can't start on the Pro. But I always say to people, the Pro is your goal. That's where you want to be. But I know that a lot of people can't just start with it. So the starter is a good option. It also gives you your complete system. It does give you a lot of support as well, just not as much support as in the Pro. You'll learn social media marketing. You'll learn all of the stuff that you need to learn in there. Plus, you'll have access to the community. And then we recently launched the Launch Accelerator because some people just need a very first step. And the very first step with this is, again, your system gets set up for you. You will be able to resell the Launch Accelerator, but you won't be able to create your own products in there. You won't have the additional income streams and you won't have all of the social media training that you get in the starter. But it's a fantastic place to get started if that's the only place to get started. I always say start is better than not starting because in 6 months' time, you'll either be having built something or you'll still be in the same position. Okay. So I want Sharon to come and share quickly. So those are the 3 options, but I also want to mention while Sharon is getting ready to chat, get back to the person that invited you here. Okay, because I see we are running close out of time. Get back to the person that invited you here because DMS is an affiliate program. A lot of affiliates invited people. Okay, so get back to the person. You got an email from them with a link on the Zoom. Don't reply to the Zoom, reply to the email. Ask them for the link to see the options and make the choice today so that you don't have to waste another 6 months in thinking about it. Okay, Sharon, are you here? Cannot wait for you to share. Or Shaz.
I'm
There we go.
I'm here. Hi, Lizelle. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm Shanae, and I'm a small town in the Eastern Cape, Humansdorp, right here in South Africa. I am 34 years old, and I'm a mom of three beautiful kids, also married. And one of my kids was diagnosed autistic at the age of 4. And I also have a husband who is chronically ill, which is the reason I am in the online space, right? Because I am the sole provider, the breadwinner in my household for over a decade now. And living in such a small town is difficult for my husband at his age of 52 to find a job in this town, you know, and having disability, no job will accommodate him, right? So that has literally pushed me into the online space, wanting extra for my family because what I was earning was never going to cover all our expenses. So now I'm also a salon owner. I'm a nail technician by profession, and my income is literally tied to me sitting behind the desk, sitting in my chair doing nails. If I don't have appointments or clients for the day, I don't make an income. And I started with DMS on the 29th of April, and in the space of the past 3 months, I've generated almost 7,000 Rand, which for me was such a blessing because I've never experienced such success in the digital space. Um, because I think DMS is just has opened so many doors for me. It's opened so much um, understanding for me as well. And what one thing that stands out for me in this space is the community and Zal's teaching and the guidance. Um, Especially on Mondays, we have this momentum call, and it just sets up for the week. You cannot go wrong in starting an online business. So I hope that this helps you decide tonight, is this for me? We can come on here and share our testimonies, and as the Bible says, through testimonies lives. But I'm sure you'll take away here tonight what stands out for you. And Lizelle, truly so much for what you pour into this, what you pour into each and every one of us. And just one more thing I wanted to say was beginning of this month, I was home for 3 days. I didn't have any clients. I think it was right at the beginning of the month. And for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I had no clients for the week. And I literally made 20,000 in the space of 3 days, where I had no income in my salon. I had an income in my digital business. And I've already earned what I made in my salon, and I've already out earned what I would earn previously in my 9 to 5. So for me, it's truly a blessing. And like Azelle says, it's not just about the money, it's what it can do. I mean, now I don't have to stress about, my daughter comes and says, Mom, I this, or I'm going on a Nepal trip. And because I can just remember the countless times that, I would get messages and I don't have the money. I just, I can't afford it because everything rests on me. And I don't know if there are women on here this evening, because I'm speaking specifically to a woman who is in a situation where she's a sole provider of a household. You have a husband who can't, due to whatever issues. Let this be a testimony for you that you can do anything you set your mind to. You can literally, you are capable of so much more. I mean, age of 34, I didn't imagine being the sole provider of my house, where as a woman would want that covering husband to actually be able to provide for you guys as a I'm just so grateful for what I can do. And so many times I thought that my husband doesn't see me, he doesn't see what I do. And one day he actually turned to me, he says, you know what, even though I don't say it, I do actually think that your business works because you help us so much. And that meant the world to me because you do want to hear that, okay, you are doing you what you're doing is amazing. What you're doing, I see you. So yes, this has opened so much doors for me. and for my family. And I am just grateful for this opportunity. And I just want to help other people out there, other women out there who's in a similar situation or has gone through similar, so that they can see that the possibilities are endless. Whether you create your own product, whether you just want to, resell them, it's all up to you. But I hope that this will help you make a decision this evening, where you want to see yourself in the next couple of months. Thanks, Lizelle.
Thank you, Shiv. Oh, that's so inspirational. I got goosies. Awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. That is just so amazing. All right. So let's look at who is DMS for. Okay. DMS is for you if you want to build an online business, but you don't know where to start. And or you might be tired of buying courses and never implementing. You want coaching. You don't just want videos. You actually want coaching and people telling you, okay, you're moving in the right direction, or do this, tweak a little there. You want a proven roadmap instead of guessing your way through it. And you want to build something that belongs to you. Okay, so I am giving some bonus tonight. Okay, you're going to get a live onboarding call when you start. Okay, you're going to get content templates so that you can immediately get going instead of worrying, oh my word, what must I do? And we are going to completely set the system up for you so that you don't even have to do that. Okay, and then I'm doing this. Okay, if you join by Sunday, you're going to be with me for 5 days. I've never done this before. Okay. This is going to be a first customer activation. I am going to help you through these 5 days. Okay. It's not going to be a training long session or anything. I'm going to check in with you for 5 days and show you day one, like choose what you are going to sell, what to start with, help you make the decision, identify who you're going to sell to. I'm going to help you to get the strategy of getting visible, to start the conversations, build the interest, and actually make your first offers. Okay, I'm going to help you through that so I can start helping you activate your customer. I am not extending this offer. And the reason I'm giving this is I know what it feels like to be scared to start something new. I know what it feels like if you don't have a guarantee if something is going to work for you or not. And I know what it feels like when you're scared that people are going to judge you. What if I fail? All of that. I know exactly how that feels because that was me. So I'm helping you by taking you through 5 days so that you don't feel alone in this. You're going to see you're not going to even feel alone in this community too. But I just wanted to give you that extra attention in the first 5 days so that you get started with a freaking bang. Okay. And I'm only doing this until Sunday midnight. Okay. Again, with that screenshot of mine, there was a time when my bank account said 0. The difference wasn't that I suddenly knew everything. I had to start learning. I attended a training much like this. I started learning the skills, and the skills that I taught you tonight is the stuff that I myself had to learn and implement. I made mistakes, but I got customers. I improved, and I just kept on going. I want to leave you with the saying, because people look at other people that are successful and they ask themselves, can I also do this? Every business that you admire or some person that you admire online had a zero sales version of itself. Okay. The question is whether you are willing to start building yours, because it can look different in 6 months' time. It takes one decision to literally change the direction of the next 6 months. 1 year from today, you'll either be glad you started or you will still be thinking about it. Okay. And some of you have been thinking way too long about this. The decision stays yours. But if you want to work with us or you don't, just make the decision so that you can move on. Okay? So before I go to questions, I want to bring in one last person, Sunay. She's got an amazing story as well. If you have to drop off, you can. There is, you just need to get back to the person that invited you. Okay? If you want to take advantage of the offer that I just gave you, the bonus, get back to the person that invited you here, ask for that freaking link, get started with us. Okay, so that by Monday you're already set up and everything and you can start building your own thing online, which is going to be amazing. Okay, Sunay, are you on? I saw you somewhere.
Yes, Lizelle, thank you.
Thank you.
It's really such a privilege for me to share on your webinar. For those who don't know me, my name is Sunay. I'm a full-time mom from Namibia. And honestly, if you had told me a year ago that I'd be sitting here talking to people about building an online business, I probably would have laughed. because I'm not the most confident person in the room and I'm actually such an introvert. So this is a big step for me. I never imagined myself showing up online, building something of my own, speaking in front of people. But I want to take you back to why I started. When I joined DMS, I wasn't chasing millions. I wasn't looking for some get rich quick opportunity. I simply just wanted my own money. I wanted to contribute financially to my family. I wanted to be able to buy something for myself without having to feel guilty. But more than anything, I wanted to do that without sacrificing the most precious thing I had, time with my children. Because for the longest time, I genuinely believed I only had two options. Either I could be a present mom or I could be financially independent. And I wasn't willing to give up being present for my children. So I felt stuck until I came across DMS. And here's something I think is really important. I didn't start because I knew it could work. I started because I was willing to invest in myself before I had any proof. I was incredibly blessed because my husband believed in me before I believed in myself. He told me to take the chance to invest in myself, to learn a new skill. And I remember thinking, but how is someone like me going to do this? I'm a shy person, I'm an introvert, and I also live on a farm in Namibia. So I really didn't think this would work for me. I didn't have a business background. I didn't know how social media worked from a business perspective. I didn't know about content and marketing and sales and all those things. But over these 10 months, God has blessed me in ways I genuinely never could have imagined. I've earned more than I ever thought possible for a stay-at-home mom living on a farm in Namibia. I was even able to book flights for for our entire family for a holiday at the end of the year. And maybe to some, this could sound like a small thing, but for me, it's huge because for 9 years, I was financially dependent on my husband. For 9 years, I had to ask. And now being able to say, I've got this, means more to me than I can explain. But here's the thing, as amazing as the financial part has been, that isn't my biggest testimony. The biggest testimony I have is who I have become along the way because God didn't just change my income, He changed me. He gave me confidence and courage. He pushed me outside of a comfort zone I thought I would live in forever. He showed me that I was capable of things I had convinced myself weren't for someone like me. And that's why I say investing in yourself is one of the greatest investments you can ever make. Because you are not just investing in a business, you are investing in the woman or the person you are becoming. You are investing in your skills, you are investing in your confidence, your future, your family, and ultimately you're investing in becoming the person who God intended you to be. And maybe you are sitting here tonight thinking, but what if this doesn't work for me? I understand that because I had exactly that same thought. But what if it does? What if the thing you are afraid of to invest in becomes the thing that introduces you to a version of yourself you never even knew existed? You really don't have to know everything. You don't have to feel confident. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to learn. So don't let fear make your decision for you. Don't wait until you have the proof. Don't wait until you feel ready. Give yourself the chance. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I said yes before I felt ready. And I truly believe this is only the beginning for me and for everyone that takes the leap. So thank you, Lizelle. Thank you for the time and thank you for the opportunity to share just a glimpse of my story.
Thank you so much, Shanae. It's so amazing, man. And what I love most about this, every single person that you heard talking tonight, every single person started not knowing, not having any guarantee that this was going to be for them, having all the fears. All of them started and they changed their situation because they did something about it. So here's what you're going to do next. The only way that you could received a Zoom link for this webinar was through an email. Even if you found someone on Facebook, even if you found someone on Instagram or TikTok, you could have only received the Zoom link through an email. Okay, so get back to the person that invited you, and it was an email. Okay. So if you can't access the link, you say how to make. Okay. So Cindy, if you if you if you received an email from someone with a Zoom link, reply to the email and ask for the link. Okay, let me open up quickly, just 2 minutes. Is there a question? Any other questions so I can help you get clear? So some of you said whoever invited you, someone needed to send the message. Whatever platform it was, someone sent you the message. You get back to that person. Okay. And if you're not sure, go check your emails or go and check who are you following that could have sent you this message. All right. Any question that I can answer before we drop off? Okay, got it. Awesome. All right, everybody, see you soon. And when you do come in, you're going to get immediate access. Please make sure that you come and introduce yourself in our community. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We cannot wait to welcome you. And yes, we do have payment plans. Get back to the person that invited you here. Cheers, everybody.